What's going on, guys? Over here, and welcome back to a brand new video on Need for Speed Payback, specifically on the highway heist. So we have some actual gameplay of some racing now within Need for Speed. Of course, by this point you may have seen that I've done 4 other videos on Need for Speed Payback from EA Play, which were 4 different customizations of cars available to us in the demo available at EA Play. So those include the VW Beetle, the BMW M4, the Camaro SS, and then the Nissan 350Z. But we're here now with the highway heist, which is a mission that it apparently is in chapter 2 of this game. So not exactly the start of the game. At some point later on into the campaign, this is a mission in the game, highway heist, and it's one of the main features in the trailer actually, which is us playing as Tyler chasing after this truck which is carrying a Koenigsegg, a very sweet looking Koenigsegg, and we have to try and get it from the cartel, the house. And so our mission is to basically somehow get it out of there, I guess. Basically we run into some issues which you'll see in the mission that we have to deal with the cartel, the other cars. So we get a good look finally at that damage kind of physics that we saw in the reveal trailer that I mentioned and talked about, which was a very awesome thing to see. Is like real damage happening to other cars and the environment here. But yeah, straight off the bat you can see I kind of just hit the handbrake and kind of just had to get used to the handling. Unlike some of the other YouTubers that are with me here at EA Play that are recording with me, I have yet to play this game at all. This was my first time playing this game in any capacity, whereas those guys had already been to Sweden a couple of months ago in March, I believe it was, to play the game a little bit earlier than I have. So this was my first ever go on the handling and the physics. I've got to say, it definitely has improved a lot from 2015. In 2015 there was quite a few issues with a lot of understeer, general boat-like feeling of the cars. In this year's game, it seems like straight off the bat from this demo at least, that it's a lot more responsive. The car wants to move where you're moving the joystick, and it definitely needs to be with what we've got coming up here. So you can see just the kind of cutscene of this part of the mission, but the game itself looks very sweet. And in terms of what we're seeing right now, the whole story aspect, you can see there's Tyler and also the crew member there, and then the truck goes past. In terms of talking about the storyline, I'm very excited to see where the storyline's really going to head and see how in-depth and hopefully good it is. You know, in 2015 the story lacked a little bit for me personally with the whole kind of live cutscene thing. Hopefully now it's kind of pure animation. They can do a lot more with the storyline, and for me personally, it's always great to see racing games doing a lot more than just, you know, racing, because you get enough of that. You know, there's only so much driving you can do until, you know, it becomes the same thing pretty much, and that's where the storyline needs to kick in. And that's why I feel like racing games can take it to the next level and actually, you know, as you can see, an absolutely sweet takedown of one of the cartel cars there. You can see just bumping around, but basically that's my mission. I need to try and take out these cars and then catch back up to the truck, which we eventually need to try and get the Koenigsegg off. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, you know, that I feel like that's when a racing game can really start to compete with other proper AAA titles, when it's got an actual storyline to it, and there's actually more to play than just the simple fact of you're driving around. Like that shouldn't be the one key selling factor for me personally when it comes to games like this, Need for Speed, you know, the other kind of more casual open world kind of racing games. There needs to be something a little bit more to actually keep the player invested, and hopefully we'll get a lot more in the coming months about the storyline and stuff like that, and also the other cars as well, because only, as I said, we've only got 4 cars at the moment in this demo which I've done videos on. But you can see now we're catching up to the truck now, and this is where we're going to get absolutely rear slammed and brake checked like we saw in the reveal trailer. And so we have to go back again, and then there's, I think, about 4 different cars we need to then take out, which is actually you're about to see. I actually found quite difficult to actually take them out. I thought it was going to be quite easy, but definitely wasn't the case. Definitely wasn't the case. It was actually more of a challenge than I thought it was going to be to actually take the cars out, because they've actually got a fair bit of health in there, which is good to see. You know, it's good to see that you're challenged. You know, sometimes I find it a little bit annoying in other competitor games like Forza Horizon, perhaps, as an example, where a lot of the missions are very easy. Like a lot of the races are very straightforward, and it appeared to be a bit more of a challenge in this one mission. It wasn't basically given to you on the plate. Like, you had to actually really smash off these guys and actually be a bit clever. Maybe you're trying to smash them into traffic or poles. You can see I'm trying to slow down here, maybe slam them into the walls or try and slam them on each other, which sort of half worked, but and then I completely failed, hit the pole. I mean, you know, it's my first time going on it, so I'm going to make mistakes there. But as a whole, let's take a look at the scenery as well. While I'm smashing these guys, if you just look around on the video as well, take a look at the scenery to the left and right of me. And I mentioned in the reveal trailer video you know, these vast expanses of desert land, you know, different kind of biomes, basically, as I like to describe it. And you can see left and right of here of when I'm trying to do the mission here and take out these cars. We can see in the background just one of them actually just hits an NPC car there in the background, so he did me a favor there. But you can see there, I flipped one over. I tried to slam into the barn, it didn't quite work, but yeah, on the left and right, you can just see the different terrain. Also in the background, when I'm looking behind me, you can just about make out some mountains as well. So that may be the mountain range that we've heard of in the reveal trailer. But yeah, and then clearly, once again, as I mentioned right at the beginning of the video, you can finally see that damage physics really come in there. And then we chase after the truck, which then goes into a very awesome thing, which you're about to see. So right now, I need to just dodge traffic on the left-hand side, but then eventually we catch up, and then that's that part in the trailer which we saw where Tyler kind of screams, "Jump." And it's basically his partner who's going to jump onto the truck you're about to see. So we're going to close up here. I need to actually find my way to the side. I actually nearly failed it because I kind of had to swerve right around these cars. Got smashed a little bit. Eventually we do trigger the cutscene and get in the right position. And then this is the awesome part from the trailer. And then once I can't remember her name exactly, so apologies for that. But once she gets onto the trailer, she climbs in and she actually gets into the Koenigsegg. And then I was surprised. I didn't know this, but you actually got to drive the Koenigsegg at the end there. Obviously, we saw it in the EA Play press conference, but you know, before that, coming here to EA Play, I didn't know you got to drive the Koenigsegg straight away. Absolute awesome little shot there, slow-mo action, and then this Koenigsegg, absolute fly. Compared to that Mustang, absolute amazing car the Koenigsegg was. Compared to that, because you know, your muscle versus a supercar, always going to win, obviously. But yeah, absolutely awesome. And then we get this very, very cool cinematic right at the end there. What a shot this is. Look at that. That is absolutely peak times there. But yeah, very, very excited. I'll admit, it's not a lot to go off, but it's got me pumped. It's got me pumped. I want to see more of the story. I want to see more of different cars and what they kind of handle like, especially for me, who I didn't go to Sweden to play the game early, like some of the other guys who I'm with. So I'm very, very interested to see how other cars handle, perhaps, you know, some of the lower end cars. The off-roading as well was quite interesting to see. I want to see how that works out. But guys, if you have enjoyed that video, I would really appreciate you hitting that like button, especially if you're already subscribed to the channel and you do like Need for Speed. I would really appreciate it, because obviously these videos aren't going to get the biggest response compared to my other normal Formula 1 content, so any kind of support will be really, really helpful. And share it with your friends if you did enjoy it as well and you found it informative or just, you know, useful to see that gameplay from EA Play. And be sure to go check the other 4 customization videos that I did beforehand. Yesterday, this will be when I post this video. But yeah, let me know what you think of Need for Speed Payback in the comments below. If you're new around here, then do get subscribed. I will be hopefully bringing you more Need for Speed Payback gameplay in the coming months. Whenever I get my hands on it, I will be straight on that, because I really do want to cover this game and be there for the entire way, the entire journey to launch and then post-launch. This is definitely a game I'm going to be playing a lot and hopefully posting it on the channel. So yeah, that's been it, guys. Hope you have enjoyed it. I will see you guys next time. Hope you enjoy the rest of the day. Goodbye.